Hello everyone, I'm Extra Cheesy 87 and this is a Let's Play Persona 4 Arena Part 26. In the previous video we made it close to the end of Aigis' storyline. It's been a little bit longer than all the others just because we've kind of had a little bit shorter parts. We should probably finish that off in this video and that'll be all the main storylines done for the most part. But first things first, let's talk to Labrys. The girl turns and notices me. I set foot in the classroom. There is no immediate interruption from General Teddy. It looks like he has not scheduled a match between us. I breathe a sigh of relief.
What are you doing here?
Ain't it obvious? I'm cleaning up the classroom. It's no picnic, what with people running wild and wrecking things.
She takes down the chairs piled on top of each other and lines them up. After a few runs, she takes a breath. Though she is complaining, there is a gentle smile on her face.
But I guess this is all in a day's work for a student council president. We'll look back on it and laugh, right?
I don't think the student council president's actually supposed to, do anything.
You seem like you're having fun.
That's because I love my school. Even the chores are fun for me.
Nerd.
The reason I wanted to be president is because of that. Oh, it can be rough when things get out of hand like this.
But it's dangerous here. You must leave at once. Won't you come with me?
She seems confused by my words and tilts her head to one side.
You're worried about me? Hey, I'm the president. And you might not think so to look at me, but I ain't no slouch in a fight. I'll be fine.
No, that's not what I mean.
How should I put this? She still has no idea of the danger. She walks up next to me, takes a long look at my face, and giggles.
Your clothes are pretty out there, but I can see you mean well. Thanks. Some of these students won't listen to a word I say, but I feel like I gotta be here. No, I wanna be here.
Even if it puts you in danger?
You're really a drama queen, aren't you? Who's to say I'm in danger for sure? Besides...
Have you paid attention to what's going on, girlie? Her eyes burn with affection for something dear to her.
Even if you're right, I'd want to stay here.
There is no need to test her commitment. It is consistent with the fact of this world being creative. Then, is she human?
I always wanted to go to school with everyone, just like normal.
Does that imply you couldn't do so before?
You're asking me that now? Honestly? Back then,
Stops abruptly. I wait patiently for her to continue, but her face twists with suffering.
Huh?
Oh god, you said the words of power. She puts her fingers to her temple, her knees begin to buckle.
What's wrong?
Weird. The past. How come it's...
She begins to fall and I catch her. At that precise moment, there is a strong reading from my fingers as soon as I touch her. It's so strong, like touching a hot stove. This is the same reading as when I first stuck my hand into the TV. It's coming from a personality module, a piece of lost technology that researchers had called plumes of dusk due to their shape. I have one inside me as well. This is not merely strong evidence, it is conclusive. There are still questions to be answered, but this girl can be none other than Labrys. At the very least, she is not human.
Ooh. Sorry, I'm not feeling so good all of a sudden.
The memory she is trying to access is causing conflicts with her current level of awareness. She tries to remember she will not be able to maintain her mental state. The memory is that charged. I hold her close and wait for her to calm down. But her reaction does not improve, it gets worse. She shakes violently, as if electrified. Did you accidentally turn on your taser function? Suddenly, bright lights burst in front of my eyes. Is something flowing into me? I quickly let go of Labrys, but it does not fade away easily. Images I don't recognize flow together in my head, one after another at incredible speeds. Hey, I saw the beach!
Are these Labrys' memories?
That's all I got. I saw the beach, I saw a scary science room. The torrent of data finally subsides. I analyze the data to find out what happened, and then I understand. It did not flow into me. This data was already dormant inside of me. I am the last number of the Anti-Shadow Weapon Project. I inherited all the data from the previous modules of the same type, both tangible and intangible. Labrys' memories were part of it. Well, that's handy. Normally the developers would not upload data into me that was unrelated to battle. But the Plume of Dusk is a black box. It is possible that something was transferred somehow through that. Thinking about it, that might have been the reason I thought I saw Labrys at the airport. My glimpse of the newly awakened Labrys caused my buried records of her appearance to be called. Perhaps that is what happened. Unfortunately, the memories I have just accessed are in complete disarray. I can't just slip through it like an album. The video records were not in chronological order, meaning I can't make sense of them in their current state. However, there was one memory that left an impression on me. The sea. That cerulean sky and lingering clouds, the emerald blue water. All of the other memories are of cold, mechanical rooms of the night sky. This one is different.
What was that just now?
Labrys staggers as she stands up. Before I can ask her anything, she abruptly shakes me off and runs out of the classroom.
Wait!
I try to chase after her, but after only a few steps, I trip over my own feet. The information overload has prevented me from making any sudden movements. I fight through it, dragging what feels like several times the weight of my legs when—
Are you sure you want to take that girl out of here?
I stumble to a stop and look around, searching for the hidden speaker.
This is the only place she can fit in.
We haven't seen a shadow version
Her once she steps outside.
of the Persona 3 crew yet.
But she can't become human either. So she has no other choice but to wallow in this illusory school. Pitiable, isn't she? But this is the only way she can be happy. Are you going to take that from her? Who are—
Stop, suddenly realizing the answer to my question, and catch my breath in my throat. This voice, it's mine?
What will you do after you take her from here? Lock her up in a box again? How cruel. No wonder she ran away.
Well, I mean, you got a point there.
Ran away? What are you— You don't mean— You finally figured it out? Labrys wasn't brought here by some sinister mastermind. She escaped on her own and came here. That can't be. The suspects in the hijacking case— I'm sure you've seen the opponents you fought so far robbed of their sanity. Have you forgotten already? You're saying that was Labrys' doing too?
Yeah, but how's she know about the TV?
Yes. Her heart gave birth to this world, and that power is one of her abilities, from some special equipment. With a power like that, wouldn't it be simple to control a number of ordinary people?
It's true the hijackers were confused and that there were signs of some mental interference.
It does seem strange to go to so much trouble to come to a place like this. If she did in fact do this, then she must face herself. What gives you the right to say that?
Suddenly, the tone of her voice changes. Speaks very gently, like a parent correcting a child.
You've experienced suffering before, too. It pains you to have a heart, knowing that you can never be human. Even if there was someone you considered to be worth fighting for, you can't be a real companion to them. That's why you chose to protect them as a weapon. But in the end, you still lost them. What do you know about me? Mere words will not cause me to abandon hope.
I think that's like the first reference to the main character dying. I feel like they've been kind of like dancing around that a bit with the Persona 3 crew, that they never really kind of talk about that aspect of the story. Which I don't know if that's because, like, story-wise they're trying to not completely spoil the plot of Persona 3 and 4. Because they've kind of done the same thing with Persona 4 a little bit, where they haven't, you know, directly spoiled a lot of the events that happen in it, other than just like, you know, the outcome where they solve the case and they fight, you know, the fog monster, but they haven't even mentioned the stuff with like Izanami and everything.
A brave bluff. But a tool like yourself can never be a true partner for
Because I do feel like that's a bit of like a lost, like a missed opportunity, right? To kind of explore that aspect of like the character development of some of the Persona 3 characters.
Doesn't your heart yearn to be by their side and to be loved?
I mean, you could maybe say that like that Akihiko has like a very slight reference to it. He talks about losing things that he wanted to protect, but I feel like that was more in reference to Shinji.
It hurts so much that I wish I could go back to how I was before I gained a heart. Has that really never once crossed your mind? I think not. That pain will never completely disappear. It will always fester inside you. Isn't that right? Even if you take Labrys away, the same will happen to her. She'll become just like you. Is that a fate you want for her? You see, here you can have anything, as long as you look away from the truth. That doesn't just go for Labrys, but for you too. Even the things you have lost forever. Here, you can have them back. What are you?
I cut myself off, realizing that I am becoming fascinated with the voice. This isn't good. I cannot let the voice deceive me. I must get its speaker in my sights first. Carefully attune myself to the source of the voice and quickly turn in that direction. But the person standing there is me. Or rather, something that looks like me. At first, I think that the overload is still affecting my senses, but that is not the case.
I'll take away your suffering. Now, take my hand, Aigis.
I smile and extend out my hand. I feel dazed. This is very confusing. I don't know what to do. My mind advises caution, but my heart doesn't listen. But all of a sudden, the door opens in the corner.
Pardon my interruption
Oh,
of this
hello.
seemingly trivial conversation.
Oh, she's so good. This unexpected event brings me back to reality, and I realize that I was nearly seduced by its promises. On a second look, I can see a woman beyond this doorframe. That distinctive blue dress. I recognize the attire of an elevator girl. Her name was Elizabeth-san, I believe. But why is she here? Elizabeth walks right in and stands in the center of the room. There is nothing outwardly abnormal about her pose, but it's as imposing as a battle stance. She opens her thick, leather-bound book, then smiles dauntlessly at the other me.
Excuse me, but I would like a word with this lady over here. Would you mind leaving?
Who are you?
If you don't leave the two of us, I must resort to giving you a hearty thrashing with my book. It's a hardcover, leather-bound edition, and is quite powerful. Enough to do over 4 digits on average, I'd say.
Without warning, the pages from the open book overflow with
What?
light.
I don't believe this.
You've been defeated by the more powerful plot MacGuffin? The other me's face flinches in pain and she vanishes into thin air while spitting a curse. Is she gone now? I can no longer pick up any readings on her. The tension leaves my body and I collapse to the ground. While I am there, Elizabeth walks towards me. I first met her 2 years ago. Her attire is somewhat strange, but the place I met her was even stranger. A blue room, that is the only way to describe that mystical space. Its residents called it the Velvet Room. I do not believe it is all part of the real world. There, Elizabeth was one who governs power. She helped me to grow spiritually by introducing me to the power of personas. I never imagined that she would leave that room, let alone that I would run into her here. Yeah, I kind of forgotten about all that, because that's like from the answer, right? Which I remember so very little of. I mean, that's been like over 10, well, yeah, it's been over 10 years since I played the answer. So, because I do remember that Aigis is like the protagonist of it. Yet her appearance here has saved me.
Sorry for that.
Yeah, because they give her
Thank you for saving me.
the temporary power to use different personas for the sake of the gameplay and everything.
Did I save you?
She stares straight at me, then lets out a long sigh of
I
disappointment.
was on a journey for personal reasons. But I sensed some extraordinary powers clashing against each other and came to see what all the fuss was about. Only to be met with this bitter disappointment.
I am baffled by her
Please
candidness.
stand. Have you already forgotten the enlightenment you gained before me once? Has it escaped your prodigious goldfish-like memory? It seems that I must once again
We actually
ascertain
have,
what you are
like,
truly capable of.
Real memories. That's like a myth, Elizabeth. Goldfish don't have short memories. You're spreading scientific nonsense. She speaks as if she was engaged in an everyday conversation and opens her leather-bound book again. Suddenly, a murderous aura fills the area, fierce as a gust of wind. Something about me has disappointed her, I know that much. But I clearly have no time to ask her what it is.
Here goes. The cards will decide your fate.
But like, what if they didn't? Okay. What do? You like freeze us and shit? I remember that. Vaguely.
Final.
Okay,
Fight.
what do you do again?
Warning. Shot. Opening my.
Oh god.
I see. Remarkable. Max persona. Please hit. Maximum speed.
Oh god, just don't freeze me. Oh god, she put me in the damn book again.
Negative penalty.
Severe impact.
Okay.
You were seeing. No. Overheating. Firing. Right. Dash. What? Oh no. My other self. What? Persona. Rock. Severe
Oh god,
impact.
she put me in the damn book again.
No.
That's all she does is put me in the damn book and I die.
Impressive. Impressive. Dash. Please hit. Warning. What? Oh no. Impressive. From this moment forward. Severe impact.
Oh god. No books. You're not allowed to put us in the books?
No. Let's change things out.
Oh god.
No. Bring it on. What? Impressive. Airstrike. Target lock. Go.
Oh god.
You were seeing. No.
Oh frick. That came from behind this time.
Hunt down. Persona. No.
Just don't ever hit the circle button, man.
Strike. Now down.
Oh god.
No. Let's change things out.
Oh no, I'm dead. She put me in the damn book, man. How am I supposed to hang when she put me in the damn book?
Final.
Oh god.
Opening my dash.
Oh my god, you friggin'.
Perfectly right dash. Impressive. Going. I see. Remarkable. You're what? Impressive. Strike. Oopsie daisy. I summoned you. Dash. Shot. Oopsie daisy.
No book. No book. You're not allowed to put us in the damn book.
Gyro. You're frozen now.
Oh god. That doesn't mean you can freeze us either.
Please hit. Dash. What? Impressive. Maximum speed. Persona. Dash. What? Over the timing.
No book. No book. We don't believe in books. Oh god, she put me in the damn book.
Negative
Here's
penalty.
the as dash. What? Oh no. Going. What?
Stop jumping.
Dash. What? Oh no. Oh no. I summon you. Dash.
Okay, you're dusted. You're mostly dusted.
Well done.
Oh my god, that was embarrassing.
Well done.
Elizabeth stands from her kneeling position. Though she lost, she did not so much as break a sweat. While I, for my part, am detecting strain in my entire drive system. I can see myself lacking the energy to even speak reflected in Elizabeth's clear eyes.
You are indeed neither man nor any ordinary machine. You are truly singular. But then can anyone be said to be the same as anybody else? People anguish over the gulf between themselves and others, and the lack of any who could possibly understand them. How is their situation different from yours? What defines life is not death, but bonds. That is the answer you once reached. Then take that to heart and go forth. Remember that your bonds will remain unbroken, giving you the strength to withstand any suffering.
My bonds.
I, too, am currently on an endless journey. But I anticipate that you will become a compatriot of mine, unbound by the limitations of time. I hope that you will not be led astray by trivial things. With that, I bid you good luck.
She didn't even say a word wrong the entire time. Elizabeth bows and finally shows me her smile. Immediately after, she turns on one heel and walks towards the hallway. I suddenly remember...
There are rules to this tournament delineating behavior after a match.
I don't think she cares.
Such parlor tricks can get stuffed. I shall be on my way.
True to her word, she leaves the room with no trouble and closes the door with an exaggerated slam. Those walls were nothing to her. But come to think of it, Labrys didn't seem subject to those rules either. They only apply to participants in the tournament? No, in Elizabeth's case, it simply does not matter to her.
She remains a complete enigma.
I find it amusing, which allows me to feel more relaxed.
It may be true that this world can grant one's true desire, but I want Labrys to see past herself to a world where other people matter. Even if one discards their bonds to avoid pain, all that awaits is a numb, desert-like future with no promise. I thought as she did once, so I'm sure I can understand her.
I too felt the same as Labrys when I went through an incredibly trying ordeal. If there's no one to reach out to her, she'll become even more trapped. As she is now, Labrys cannot escape on her own. That is because the key to extricating oneself from the realization that one is not alone.
I want to form a bond with Labrys, with my sister. I want to teach her things that she cannot learn if she is alone.
Saying it out loud helps to strengthen my resolve. I change my approach and focus on searching for a way to save her. Still, that thing that overlooked like me, is that what Naoto-san meant by a shadow going berserk? My own shadow. Thinking of it that way sheds some light on things. Of course I can control my persona and have some resistance to the effects of this world, but the heart cannot be so easily stabilized. If the same thing happened to Labrys, I suddenly realized the dangers involved. I impatiently suppress these thoughts and dash out to the hallway. I follow the path formed by the invisible walls. Eventually, I climb the stairway to the 3rd floor. There seems to be no walls here, allowing me to go as I please. I can tell the end is near, and so I prepare myself. Soon I stand in front of a room that has a sign outside saying, "Announcement Room." The door is half open, I can sense someone inside. I cautiously press up against the door and peek around it. This is an announcement room, as the sign indicated, but the space inside is much larger than the classrooms I have seen. The equipment here is also closer to that of a TV studio than what would be found in a school. On top of that, the back wall is made of glass, showing a view that is clearly not of a schoolyard. Really? Your school didn't look like that, Aigis? Wow, loser. Taken together, this is the first distinct sign that this is not the real world. Yeah, the first distinct sign. Not all the chairs in the gym or nothing. As I expected, Labrys is here, standing in the middle of the room. There is also another boy and girl as well. The girl is holding Labrys' shoulders, and the boy stands in front of the pair, protecting them. Across from them is General Teddy. It seems this is the end of the line. I've seen that boy's face in the video. Oh, Yosuke Hanamura-san, I believe. I am not familiar with the girl's face, but I do recognize her distinctive voice. It is the same voice that has been commentating on the fights along with General Teddy on the school PA. From the tone of the commentating, I thought she was working with the general, but right now she seems to be on Yosuke-san and Labrys' side. I recall what Chie-san told me. Chie-san said that Rize-san was originally their friend. Originally, come on, man, she's still our friend. In which case, she may actually be another victim. General Teddy gives a cruel smile, squints his eyes, and speaks.
What a shame. You gave it a try, but there's no way anyone would understand you. Huh?
General Teddy's voice and tone have undergone a remarkable change. Listening closely, this voice is... Ah, so it finally reveals its true form.
At least one of them has to understand how I feel. Isn't that what you thought? The important part is that it's all your fault. That's not true. You still refuse to remember? Look at me. And stop deluding yourself.
Okay, you think this is the same cutscene? Okay, this seems to be the same cutscene. We're going to take the gamble that it's the same cutscene. Goodbye. We've seen you enough.
I am a shadow. The true self.
No way. That's...
She has my face.
But the face is the only thing that is the same. The rest of her body is covered in metal. There is no doubt that it was man-made. Labrys lets out a short scream and backs up.
I'm not like that.
Calm down. It's just taking that form to agitate you.
Yosuke is frantically trying to calm Labrys down. It's just taking that form to agitate you. That's what he says, but is that really the case? I have my own suspicions.
No! Taking that form, huh? Well, you have a point. I do have the power to confuse people's senses, warp what they're seeing, twist what they're hearing.
That's how you made my senpai fight each other.
Of the things you're seeing right now, which do you think is real and which is fake?
The former General Teddy, no, Labrys' shadow, breaks out into a grin. Labrys, meanwhile, is cringing in fear. She holds onto Yosuke's sleeve.
No! I'm not like you!
Oh god!
I'm human, aren't I?
Huh? What do you mean?
I can see that Yosuke does not know how to answer the sudden question.
And how did I come to have these special powers? Why, it's because I have them.
With that, the shadow snaps its fingers. At once, static, like that on a poorly tuned TV, starts appearing around Labrys and slowly envelops her. I enhance my vision. Nothing is happening to Labrys' body. It was my own vision that was clouded, or had been up until now. Soon after the noise dissipates, an inhuman-looking girl is standing in her place.
Huh? A robot?
And then Aigis busts through the damn wall! Metallic arms and legs extend from her uniform. Thrusters on her back spread like wings. Just as I thought, her body is identical to that of the shadow in front of her.
Look, that's what she really looks like. It's her who's been deceiving you all from the start. Not only you, but herself too. She really thinks that she's a human living a normal life at school. To reinforce her make-believe as real, she prevented herself from accessing any memories that could contradict that. She even sealed away her own name. No! Stop! Why are you doing this? Kindly hurry up and remember me. Remember yourself. It's pretty rude of you to even forget your own name. No! I don't want to remember! Huh. Is that so? Looks like you still need an extra push.
The shadow grins evilly and swings the enormous axe at Labrys, or actually at Yosuke-san.
Yosuke-senpai!
Oh, he's fine. He's got it. He's got a evasion, man. Before the axe can complete its arc, I am already in action. I must intervene. Neither Labrys, in shock at seeing her true form, nor Yosuke-san or Rize-san are prepared for the attack.
What the?
I deflect the strike with the metallic part of my arm. It was heavier than I anticipated. The battle axe is a giant lump of metal that blocks most of my vision.
Girl? Wait, you're a robot too?
I turn my head to Labrys and look straight into her shocked eyes.
You must remember, that is the only way the future will open up to you. You must accept it, no matter how painful it may be.
I tell her her name in a clear voice. Her her official name, which includes something no human has, a model number.
Your true name is 5th generation anti-shadow suppression weapon, Labrys.
Labrys quivers violently as if an invisible arrow has pierced her chest. There we go. And that provides a pretty good transition into Labrys' storyline, which is all that we have left. Well, there's still this, whatever one this one is. I don't know. I mean, the only other character that's like shown up in the game proper thus far is Elizabeth. So we'll probably learn that, I guess, after we do Labrys' thing. Alright, we'll go ahead and jump in. We still got time. Initial boot successful. Timestamped 420. No, I can't think of numbers. 1,999? I was trying to think of like the best way to say it, but 10:16:39 seconds.
The boot process was successful.
And it's actually funny. Well, today is 421, just for reference. It was almost also 420. Oh man, looky there. The memes.
This happens every time, but I'm never sure what to say to them first.
You mean like a greeting? There's no need for that, they're just machines.
2 humans within visual range. Both male. Both massive fucking nerds. Searching for voice print and visual matches. Personal identified as research staff. Non-hostile targets.
But things like that might affect the performance of these models.
Because they have a mind? Their emotions and things are completely faked. It's no different than an AI. It can't possibly be that sensitive.
Scanning for keywords in conversation. Running logical analysis. Conclusion, both big fucking losers. Cross-referencing with related data. Current conversation topic is not orders.
Well, until we rule it out completely, we should at least be kind to them.
Okay, well maybe only one of them's a loser.
So you say. Alright, from this moment on, you will be registered as candidate unit number 031. Please repeat your number back to me.
Confirming first order. Initializing unit number. Output via voice requested. Activating voice synthesis module. Accepting input.
Unit number 031.
Hmm? Did its pronunciation sound a little odd to you?
You're worrying too much. Let's hurry up and haul it out.
I do like the thing, oh, she's got an accent for some reason. Receiving action plan through console. Combat test against others of same unit. Test commencing immediately. I wonder if that's like actually important that, you know, she has an accent by default, or if that's just like a joke about the, you know, the voice acting. I don't know. Test commit, because I'm assuming she has an accent like this in the English version because she probably is supposed to have an accent in the original voiceover as well, would be my guess. Test commencing immediately after entering shock-resistant chamber within the lab. Frame stored within cage for transport. Beginning transport.
Ah, so this is the one. I've been waiting to see it in action.
Transport complete. Cage reopened. New human found. Searching for voice print and visual matches. Personnel also identified as research staff. Female. Cutting connection to outside data supply. Connection offline. Commencing cable disconnection.
Now, try getting up.
Order confirmed. Get up. Initiating motion synchronization engines for motor function. That's what a mouthful. Accepting input. Safety limiters active. Balance controls gyros functional. Overall movement systems functional.
This model's loaded with a nearly pure form of that crystal. I can't wait to see what kind of results it gets.
Unit number 031, can you hear me? Confirm your surroundings. Tell us any abnormalities you're feeling in your sensors or any other functions.
Order confirmed. Beginning simple self-diagnostic. Temperature, humidity, pressure, air composition, lumens, sound, all within normal levels. Visual data within expected color spectrum. All systems
The
functional.
readouts seem fine. Monitoring system is fully operational.
Okay, we're gonna test your performance inside the battle chamber now.
She is saying that you look untidy, though, for some reason.
When you hear the buzzer, consider everything that moves an enemy and eliminate them.
Order confirmed. Awaiting the signal to begin the test. Exit confirmed to be sealed. Room shape approximately cylindrical. Height approximately 11 meters. Area approximately 154 square meters. High energy light sources found on outer wall, assuming to be fire resistant and bulletproof.
Sorry to do this just after you've woken up, but it'll be good to put you through your paces.
Release of facing hatch detected. Mobile objects intruding into chamber. 7 objects in total. Scanning for visual matches. Analysis, non-human. Confirmed as same model units of humanoid weapons. Hostile markers confirmed. Classifying as hostile units. Releasing safety limiters. Combat limiters now set at 70%. Gatling cannon. Exits confirmed resealed. Test commencement signal received. Targets hostile humanoid weapons. Commencing battle. Oh god. Is she flying? That feels like a lot more than 11 meters. Oh no. She's yanking your chain. No time reaching the limit or something? Spooky. That's actually really good. I'm glad that was more than just like a fade to black, that there was effort put into making that a real like animated sequence, considering how important that moment's going to be for her overall character arc. That's really cool. All targets eliminated. Hostile units no longer capable of motion. Test termination signal received. Battle
That
complete.
was better than we could have hoped for.
Because that was one of the things that's kind of been a little wondering about, the idea of her talking about fighting her friends, right? Considering if she was made to fight shadows, you wouldn't think she'd be, like, thinking of those as her friends, but they made her first fight different model numbers.
Hey, what's with all the bodies? You made it fight that many on its first time?
Don't worry, it did great. This is a new high score for the first battle results.
Well done, Unit Number 031. Stand by for further instruction.
Order confirmed. Exiting test chamber. Beginning transport to maintenance room. Resetting safety limiters. Taking seat in maintenance chair.
We're done testing, but there's still one thing left to do today. I'm going to temporarily shut down your optics. Can you close your eyes?
Nope. don't do that. Initiate axe.exe. Order confirmed. Shuttering optic inputs. Connecting cables. Online confirmed. Switching a portion of data supply to outside source.
We're gonna transfer the data from the destroyed units into your memory.
That seems like a really bad idea.
Run a diagnostic check while we're doing it and report any malfunctions. Understood?
Order confirmed. Readying self-diagnostic. Yeah, I see no way this could ever backfire. Initiating data transfer. Initiating personality module link. Initiating diagnostic of transferred data and sorting procedures. Sector 001 close combat control data. We'll investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 002 evasive action control data. We'll investigate improvement of tactical patterns through synthesis and acquisition of data. Dividing into categories for sorting. Sector 003 non-battle data. Error excluding. We don't need that shit. Sector 004 non-battle data. Error excluding. Sector 005 battle-related data. What could these be? Momentary disruption of data from visual information stream. A room that is not this place. Outside scenery thought to be at night. Scenes of multiple units of the same type gathering outside of the battle chamber. Could these be memories? Visual memories? They are obviously unrelated to the mission. Why have apparently purposeless memories been preserved this long? 20 to 40% of the informational data extracted from all 7 units are confirmed to be such information. Incomprehensible. What
Anything
is
to
this?
report?
Cables disconnected. Time elapsed during data transfer, approximately 5 minutes. I don't think I'll read that slow. Reopening optic inputs, calibrating servers.
Alright then, unit number 031, give us a simple report of today's battle results.
Order confirmed. Delivering oral report of test results.
This was the first test battle against others of my model. 7 units destroyed. Below 15% damage sustained. Don't seem to be any problems.
Was that...
Unusual expression detected from research staff. Facial recognition library indicates surprise.
Did I say something funny?
Maybe?
Does it have an accent?
Accent? Do you not understand the words coming out of my mouth?
No, we do, but
See? I wasn't hearing things. The unit's speech really is peculiar.
You're peculiar.
Ah, you don't need to yell.
Is the language interface not set to default? Sheesh. If we'd known this, we would have reset it in advance.
Well, to be fair, there's technically no such thing as speech without an accent. So, I mean, she's always going to have an accent, just whether or not, you know, it's an accent you're familiar with or, you know.
Yeah, the base's personality might be coming out. I wouldn't be surprised if some of the volunteers were from the Kansai area.
but it just woke up. Would it be exhibiting such distinct mannerisms this early?
Yeah, so it was supposed to be that she has an accent normally.
It may be the effect of an enlarged plume of dusk, the basis of their mind. Perhaps it's accelerating their personality development.
Exchange of opinions taking place on unexplained aberrance in speech pattern. Hypothesis offered that language interface settings fall outside of expected result. Review of recent conversation does reveal certain discrepancies. Internal monologue is within expected patterns, but oral output introduces anomalies. Anomalies not affecting meaning, no impedance to communication predicted.
But I don't want to waste this feedback data. Those are the best results we've ever seen.
Leave it, it'll be fine. It can understand us anyway. This is just one of those things that makes science interesting.
There you go again. This unit is going to be communicating with the others. What if this effect spreads?
Okay.
Not only that, but because this is an anomaly, it doesn't seem to have a 100% accurate accent either.
You don't have a 100% accurate accent either.
But if it has a personality, that might speed up the development of its mind.
Yeah, she's right.
Yeah, there's no way that could ever backfire. Have people never seen a science fiction movie? The three researchers are standing around the maintenance chair. Each holds a tablet and examines the display on the chair.
All right, unit number 031, we'll explain things from the top.
Voice pattern consistent with research
You are
staff.
a weapon created to fight against unique enemies. Therefore, your combat performance is prioritized over all else. But in order for you to use a particular ability, you've been given a certain amount of awareness. And that makes your performance difficult to quantify, so we've been pitting test units against each other as a selective growth process. It's all in the service of achieving higher performance, and we don't want to waste any plumes of dusk.
Accessing archives. Search term Plume of Dusk. One match found. Crystalline substance at the core of a personality module. Its name derives from its thin, plate-like shape resembling a shed bird's feather. In addition to its circuit-like structure, it has an unnatural vital reaction in response to external stimulus. Similar to a living thing, yet different. It is thought to exist in a state between mind and matter, mass and information. The details are unknown. There are 12 other subheadings classified under level 7 clearance. Not level 7 clearance! That's 6 levels higher than level 1! Access denied. Matter interpreted as the core of personality modules.
But regardless of your ego, there is one rule you must abide by. You might as well think of it as an order.
One rule to abide by. Awaiting order.
The only order is to destroy everything we identify as enemies and to emerge victorious.
That doesn't seem like that could ever be, misinterpreted.
Though your ego will give you some flexibility when planning tactics, there's no need to think about extraneous side issues. Use everything you have to win a fight. That's all you need to concentrate on.
Order confirmed.
Understood.
Destroy identified enemies and emerge victorious. A clear order. It is consistent with the role of a weapon. No abnormalities. Everything is clear. Alright, that's a pretty good place to call it. The next time we will continue with Labrys' storyline and see what's going on with her. I'm Extra Cheesy 87. Stay tuned for the next part. And bye, guys.